Hey all, KRN here. Today we're going to be looking at the AWE track exhaust, specifically looking at some sound clips, just to give an idea of what the track exhaust will actually sound like on your car, especially from like a distance, up close, revving, etc. And then I just want to give a little car update at the end. I've done some stuff since my last video, and I just really want to highlight it, maybe give some ideas to some other folks that are looking for pieces of inspiration to do stuff to their car. So, all right, without further ado, let's get right into a cold start.
Another one.
Okay, now that we've listened to the exhaust a few times, let me go ahead and give my opinion on the AWE track exhaust. To make it simple, I'm just gonna say and put it. I'm gonna put it this way: would I recommend it to a friend, family? Absolutely. It gives life to the car. It matches the car's performance capabilities, even when stock. But especially when if you're doing any sort of tuning and putting power into this car, I mean, you can really make these cars extremely fast. And I just feel like for what this car is and what it can do, the stock exhaust really didn't match that. And overall, it just makes the car more exciting to drive. So 100% I would recommend it to anyone. A lot of questions I get around this AWE track exhaust are, how's the drone? Um, During the break-in period, which I believe is about 750 miles, around that range, there is definitely drone. But you can ultimately chop that up to that you're breaking in a new exhaust, and that's typical for exhaust in general. But at some points, while you're driving, you can hear little pockets of drone, and it is extremely manageable. I'll give you examples. Say if you're sitting at a certain rev range where there is drone and it happens within like 50 RPMs, um, if you keep the rev limiter there and keep your foot on the gas at that point, you'll probably carry out the drone. Honestly, it doesn't really happen that much to me. I've maybe noticed it a few times over the course of ownership, and especially if you're listening to any sort of music, it really just drowns that out. There's not, surprisingly, not too much drone for this exhaust once you have it broken in. Like I said, if you listen to any music, all you're gonna hear is the music and the exhaust as you're stepping on it. So, um, one thing I want to touch on though, so if it is cold out and the engine's cold, and so you got to get going quick, you start the car and you wait like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and then you leave the driveway. There will be some drone if you're stepping on it while it's extremely cold out and the engine's not warm. You should just expect that at that point. You're not really you probably shouldn't be driving the car when it's that cold anyways. And when I say cold, I'm referring to like 20-degree conditions, 25-degree conditions Fahrenheit. That's where you'll notice drone if you don't let your car warm up. The exhaust actually somewhat works with the comfort and sport system in the car inadvertently. So when you have it in comfort, obviously the engine's not going to rev as high. So it actually goes pretty quiet. I mean, there's obviously some points where you could really step on it and it'll open it back up again and get louder. But just the way the comfort works in this car, it doesn't really cause any noise out of the exhaust. I mean, you can hear it, but you're not going to be distracting people going by. No one's going to be looking at your car because of the exhaust. Now, sport mode's definitely different in that sense, just because the car naturally revs higher, so you're getting more exhaust note automatically, just while you're cruising. And if you're stepping on it, it's really gonna open up, as you saw in those videos, to a nice sound. And as you come down off the rev limiter, if you're dropping a gear or anything like that, you definitely get pops and crackles and stuff. So, but just overall, 100% I would recommend it. If you're into any like sporty cars and stuff like that, you like to hear exhaust notes. Obviously, if you want a quieter car, and you like the stock, it's probably not the option for you. So, but next we're gonna go into all the updates that I've done to this car since ownership, and we'll just go into that right now. Well, if you got to this point, thank you for watching. And hopefully you'll stay on this video longer. I'm gonna go over the rest of the car and what else has been done to date with the past 8 months of ownership. I think first we have to start with the 034 Motorsports Air Intake. This thing just sounds pretty sweet. Give it a listen. And that thing just sounds amazing. You really can hear the whole like turbo and the air being pulled into the engine and such. It's just a really cool noise. Definitely adds excitement around the car. You'll be sitting there driving and you'll step on it and let off for a second, and you'll hear just that I don't even know how to describe it, but essentially just the whooshing of air into the car. It really sounds amazing. It's such a nice touch to add that to your B9. Next, I'm going to go on to the niche Gamma, I think they're M191 wheels. They are really nice wheels. I have them in a bronze. And honestly, I just think it goes with the car really well. I wanted to do something that wasn't just black wheels. I really like black wheels, but I just felt like I would really have to go super hardcore on getting absolutely everything black for the car, and I didn't really want to do that. So I thought the bronze was a nice alternative touch. So you can see a couple pictures here, video, and this picture right here is just right after we put on the new wheels with everything. That's how it looks. The next thing is definitely going to be the ECS rear diffuser. I just felt like the rear diffuser from factory was a little bit lackluster in terms of like aggressiveness. This diffuser definitely adds to in my opinion, like a nice touch to the car and to the rear end. I have already made a video on installing the Rev 9 front mounted intercooler and the RS4 grill for the S4. Um, I highly recommend both. The grill definitely gives an updated look to the car, and the front mounted intercooler is just nice to help the car breathe better overall. And it's definitely needed for any tuning in the future. So that will be the extent of what I'll be covering today. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And if you like the video, please give it a like. If you want to see more, obviously, and as always, please subscribe. And I'll be doing some more videos in the upcoming future, particularly around Stage 2, tunes, and such like that. So, thanks for watching.